Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on angles. You are given four shapes, A, B, C and D, and you've got to write down the letters of all the shapes that have only two acute angles. And this will be worth 1 mark in the exam when you write down all the shapes that have only got two acute angles in this line here. So to start with, you need to know your key facts. You need to know what the word acute means. So an acute angle is a very small angle, any angle less than 90 degrees. So a really small angle that looks like this, if it is less than 90 degrees, it is an acute angle. So it could be at a very small angle, or it could be up slightly higher. Any angle between 0 and coming up here to 90 is an acute angle. If it is 90 degrees, which is this angle here, this is a right angle. So these are your key facts that you need to know about this question. Now remember, if the angle does go between 90 and 180, you get an obtuse angle, and if it goes above 180, you end up with a reflex angle. But for this question, you'll just need to know what the acute and the right angle are. Press pause, have a go at working out which letter it is that you require, and then press play when you've got an answer. Fantastic works. Hopefully you've managed to work out which letters are correct. So we're going to start off with shape A, and we're going to look at the corners first. So the angle at the top here, it looks, if you see the squares here, you can see the right angle in there. This is less than 90 degrees, so this is an acute angle. Same on this corner here, and the same on this corner here. It looks a bit like an equilateral triangle, so they're all probably 60 degrees or thereabout. It doesn't tell you the sides are all equal, but it looks approximately like an equilateral triangle, so they're probably more or less 60, but it doesn't state that. But they are all acute. So we have got 1, 2, 3 acute angles, and it says that I have only 2 acute angles. So this has got 3 acute angles, not 2, so it is not this first shape. The next shape, if we look at the top left, we've got an acute angle up here, less than 90, and here we're less than a right angle again, so this is an acute angle. Down here, this is greater than 90, so this is an obtuse angle, and same here, this is also an obtuse angle because it is greater than 90. So here I've got 2 angles which are acute, so we need to write B down as our first letter. The next shape in C, at the top here we've got an acute angle, and on the right here we've got an acute angle, so these 2 angles are both less than 90. The corner here we have got a right angle, which means that that is 90 degrees, so it's not acute, so we have got 1, 2 angles which are acute, so C gets written down next. And on the last one on D, we've got an acute angle at the bottom here, and also the other side at the bottom are 2 acute angles. This angle up here is greater than 90, so this is obtuse. So I've got 1, 2 acute angles, which is D. Give yourself a big tick if you got that correct. Well done. The mark scheme shows the answers are B, C and D for 1M, which means 1 method mark. You can write down the letters in any order. It doesn't have to be in alphabetical order. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.